Good morning. Good morning. So let me just mute this mofo. Like mute beyond mute. Hi, Jessica. So right now we're going to do a live ClairTarot reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is intended for the first half of June 2019, but Soul does not work with linear time. So if you find this later on and it resonates with you, then it's probably a message your soul wants you to have. So we are going to begin. First off, my name is Emmy. If you have never been here before, welcome. Welcome to the insanity. If you have been here before, thank you for coming back. Please do subscribe to my channel, turn on that notification bell, and join me every time I come live. So good morning, you guys. Good morning. Let's get Cancer some clarity. All right, Soul, what would you like Cancer to know? Ooh. All right. So right now, Cancer, you're a little bit sensitive. You're a little bit not sensitive in a negative way, like you feel very raw, okay? You have just emerged from a rather dark period, quite a bit of a struggle, and it's very normal and very natural for you to feel raw. There's nothing weak about that. You need time for your crabby shell to become a little less sensitive to all the I just lost the word, to all the information that's coming in. I do feel like you've been getting quite a bit of downloads from Soul, and it can become very overloaded of a sensation, a very overloaded sensation. And so try your best to just kind of flow with it. Whatever you understand, you understand. Whatever you don't, give yourself time to kind of just mull it over, and eventually Soul will help you get the clarity you need. Okay, Cancer? So the next card number 31, trust yourself. See what I'm saying? Definitely. Oh, it's 45% at 918. 999. Booyah! Okay, trust yourself. That is the message from Soul. Now, if you don't understand something, that's perfectly okay. You have to trust yourself to be able to accept that you will get this information, this understanding as needed when it's most appropriate. There's no reason that you have to know everything all the time, okay? Now, again, you're going to be receiving everything you need as you need it, okay? Oh, Cancer, what's going on? Oh, the coffee just turned into tea. We's about to start spilling stuff. Gah, Cancer, what is going on? Okay. Card number 27, receiving. This is information that is coming from your higher self. You're being guided divinely to certain conclusions. Man, I think it's the same old thing. I think you guys reverted back to the same relationship dynamic. Whoever this person is, they need to be duct taped to the ceiling. I've just about had it with this person. I don't even know who they are. It feels like you're being told by Soul. You get this nagging feeling that something shady is going on, and you're being told by Soul, and you're being given the confirmation, and you're like, no. I'm just seeing things that, it's because I want to see it. I'm manifesting these confirmations, and nothing shady is actually going on. Stop it, Cancer! Stop it! Seriously, okay, that's it. I'm getting my drama cards out. Y'all heated up the tea. Now we got to start spilling it. I don't even want tea no more. I'll drink my kombucha. I'll stay in my lane and drink my kombucha. Y'all think I'm joking? I'm not. I love this stuff. Rosebud kombucha. It's my favorite. It's really my favorite. I can only ever really find that in Colorado, though. So let's get back to the reading before people start commenting. She talks too much. We'll go to someone else then. You guys, okay, I'm just shuffling really quick. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for your cross watchers. I just want to say, for the few people who comment, I would rather see the cards than her face. These are ClairTarot readings, meaning I am the fucking cards. Enjoy my face. The cards are simply confirming what I'm receiving as a clairvoyant. I am the card. Okay, hold it. All right. Cancer. Oh, Cancer. Ah, I knew it. Son of a biznatch. Man, Cancer. Calm it down, girl. I think I'm pissed off because I'm Cancer too. I'm Cancer too. So, okay, you're all wilted and shit. You went back, you reverted back to that cycle. Perfectly okay. Obviously, you haven't learned everything that you need to know, but it's a third-party circumstance. Okay, it is a third-party circumstance. There is another factor that is affecting whatever it is that's going on between you and whoever this person is. So it's 3 people. So a lot of secrecy, a lot of things being done on the DL, the damn low. This is like really low frequency type of circumstance. You're in it because you still need to learn something from it. Perfectly okay. But you know, you'll get to a certain point where you're going to choose to no longer have unnecessary struggles. At some point, you know, you will rise. Your magic will help you to rise from that chaos. But it seems like you're not yet done, Cancer. It seems like you're not yet done. I'm not trying to be judgy. Again, I'm Cancer ascendant. What the hell my issue is. Repeating cycles. I don't even know what the cycle is. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe, Cancer, you have such a bleeding heart for other people that you don't even recognize that there's an issue. You're trying to be patient and loving, and you don't recognize there's an issue. That's going to be very hard. That's going to be very hard for you to rectify a circumstance that you're not aware exists. Let's get you guys some more cards. More cards. More cards. I hope the shit card comes up. Let's see. Oh, you needing some rest. Oh, you going into badassery mode. There it is. So we have 10 of clubs. And this is about decompressing. It's also about submersion. You're kind of out of your element right now. Okay, there's things going on that's making you feel like you're out of your element, making you feel a lot weaker and more vulnerable than you actually are. But those are just feelings. Okay, it's when you fully submerge yourself and allow, not just submerge, but marinate yourself in those feelings, that you bring them into fruition. So if you can just feel this for a little bit and then process and remove yourself from it, move forward from it, then you won't get wrinkly and pruned up from soaking in the drama. I don't think you guys are starting the drama, but I definitely think you're allowing the drama to perpetuate. So, I mean, it's not about right and wrong, victim and aggressor. It's just about recognizing how you are helping to co-create that. So the next card is 7 of clubs. It's about training and being a badass. You see that? You went from resting, and I think it's even the same kitty, to like ass kicking. You know, you just really, you need to shift gears. And once you enter that phase where you kind of just, you've had enough, you recognize that your patience and kindness has totally been taken advantage of, then you enter the King of Diamonds. This is the realm of the unknown. You know, you're going to be traveling uncharted territory. People have grown far too accustomed to Cancer, just kind of, you know, if you love them, they can kind of walk all over you. No more of that. No more of that. I think Cancer is really starting to understand. No more. No more. Love is not about just allowing people to walk all over you and have their way with you. Love is about receiving as much as you're giving. And so maybe what needs to happen, not pointing out how other people are failing you, because I know, Cancer, I know you're already aware of that. You're aware of how they're disappointing you. You're just choosing not to acknowledge it, but you're aware. I know you're aware. Okay. I know it hurts you. And when things hurt you, you kind of get much more quiet. You go into your shell and you just kind of like mute. But I know it hurts you. And just because you're mute, it doesn't take away the hurt. That's the thing. It doesn't take away your hurt. It avoids the confrontation, the conflict with the person you love, because you don't want to hurt their feelings. But if you really love them, you're going to help them to grow to their greatest potentiality. And they can't do that unless you let them know, hey, you know what? There's some aspects of your character, your behavior that is very hurtful. It's not a compassionate way to interact with me. And you don't have to speak about other people. Speak about yourself specifically, okay? So sometimes that's the most loving thing you can do. All right, Cancer, let's get you some more cards. I don't want you leaving here feeling all hurt. Well, I need it too. I'm a Cancer too. 54% at 927. 999. Hello. All right. I need to feel better too. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Cancer. What further guidance can we get for you, Cancer, so that you can more easily navigate the shores of your life? Okay. Oh, see what I'm saying? Oh, well, you don't see. You see my face. Here we go. Card number 26, be true to your heart. Excuse me. Going into your shell and not sharing, communicating the way someone else's behavior is affecting you, that's not being true to your heart. That's not being true to their heart. That's enabling and perpetuating a very hurtful circumstance. Okay, you have to be true to your heart. You have to begin communicating your needs. All right, Cancer. Oh, and look at that. Okay, so the shell, messages from your higher self, wants you to explore the oceans of your heart. Now, when you communicate, it's kind of like a beautiful song. Okay, don't just assume they don't want to hear it. What is that? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. See that? I don't know what that is. So the peacock feathers, typically what soul tries to say when peacocks are involved is that peacocks, they're not ashamed to be beautiful. They're not ashamed to be like flamboyantly beautiful. And so you have to not be ashamed to be who you are. And then you have the butterfly wings, which indicate you are going through a metamorphosis. And things are going to change. Relationship dynamics, whether it's romantic or a friendship, it's going to change. And you'll know this is a healthy relationship for you if they support your change. They might not understand it at first, but as you communicate, they'll be like, I didn't realize that that's how you felt. We can't continue to have you feeling that way. You know, their behaviors and verbal response will indicate that. Now, the people that you need to just like peace out, those are the people who will fight your change, guilt you, shame you, totally tell you, you've changed. Well, yeah, that's the whole point of life, for you to continue to change and evolve. And those type of people, they don't want you empowered. You know, they want you to remain the doormat, and they will get very, very angry very, and sometimes it's overt aggression, like getting really mad, like to your face and confrontational. And sometimes it's much more manipulative, and they make you feel bad for being who you are and having needs. Be wary of that, Cancer. Okay, definitely be wary of that. So with what I've been saying, basically, you're being asked to empower yourself, not wait for someone to empower you, but empower yourself. Okay. Right now, man, y'all give me that person's name. I'm gonna kick their ass for you. This is like really hurting my heart because, oh, sorry. Because look, you're just so divided. There's a part of you that wants to see the beauty and the sunshine, and life is going to be beautiful again. Everything's going to be all rainbows. And this mofo just keeps on trying to perpetuate that storm. Mm, 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 mm. Who the hell do you think you are? I'm sorry. I'm just saying, you have the right to choose which way you want to face. And clearly, Cancer, you want to move forward. Okay. That's not to say that this part, these, whoever this is, whoever they are not going to choose to follow and join you in the sunshine. But, it's not your job to carry people into the sunshine when they want to be all soppy and sloppy in the rain. Go ahead, stay in the rain. Stay in that rain. Not you, Cancer, the other person. So what you're being asked to do at this point, card number 6, the big picture. What is all of this about? You're not just struggling for no reason. You're not just hurting for no reason just because you're a bad person. I don't think so, Cancer. I don't think so. The big picture is that your existence here on earth is about your blossoming. The blossoming of your understanding, your inner standing, your recognition of how you're co-creating something. And you can choose to co-create something positive, something very beneficial for everyone involved, or you can choose to co-create something that will still grow everyone involved, but in a much darker and more painful way. No matter what, at the end of the day, everybody blooms, everybody grows. And it's not mean to help someone else recognize that the two of you can co-create a learning experience that is not as painful, that is not as confusing. But that's going to take communication, Cancer. If you're not willing to communicate, then you are choosing to learn the lesson in a way that contains more struggle, more pain, probably more tears, and will probably be done in a more shady way, meaning a more shadow work type of way. So, there's no right or wrong. There really isn't. There's just a recognition of options. There's different learning options. And the only one that has the power to decide what options are chosen is you. So remember that. Keep that in mind. Which card? Here. Yes. Found it. So, Cancer. Is this making sense for you guys? Yes, we all blossom, even at night. Absolutely, Billy. Absolutely. Hi, Dina. Hello, Melissa. Oh, Brianna, it sounds like what you're going through right now. You're not the only one. You're not the only one. There's quite a few of us going through this right now. And sometimes it helps to hear a complete stranger saying these things that are going through your head so that you don't feel as though you are being unreasonable or that you're making it up. All right. Let's see. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. All right. This is intense. This is definitely intense, Cancer, my Cancer people. Hold on. So, Taurus, I have card number 14. There are three classes of people: those who see when they are shown, and those who do not see. That's by Leonardo da Vinci. You are about to grow something from which there will be beauty and abundance. Okay? You're about to reclaim more of your personal power. Cancer, you've given away so much of yourself, and you're about to create balance. You're about to bring balance back into your life simply by verbalizing, vocalizing, communicating your needs. Okay? This card corresponds to the Hierophant, and it's about comfort, nurturing, steadfastness, and what is owned. What is yours? You know, what is yours? Can you take ownership of another soul? If the person that you're connected to romantically is who this reading is about, if this is really resonating with you and that's who your reading is about, you have to ask yourself, is it love to take ownership of a free soul? Is that love? And if their actions and their behaviors continue to make you question, do you really want to be here? What are you fighting for? What are you trying to hold on to? Is that yours? I really exist in the state of knowing that whatever is actually truly mine, meaning it's meant to be with me, a part of me, it never actually leaves me. So just keep that in mind, ask yourself, what are you fighting for? What are you trying to hold on to? And is that love? Okay. So, and with the Hierophant, that also has to do with a lot of elevated, higher level type of reflection, like really diving into yourself and seeing where the root of your behaviors are. If you're clinging on to something, why? Why are you holding on to that? What are you afraid of that causes you to hold on to something that's hurting you? And no one really knows these answers but you. And the answer is going to be unique for every single person. So ask yourself these questions. It's time for you to begin reestablishing a very deep bond with your higher self. Stop looking outside of yourself. Start reconnecting with the parts of you that you've kind of just ignored because it's been trying to guide you away from the things that are hurting you. Okay? So, and here's the thing. Oh my gosh. The next card is dun, 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 Mars. Card number 5, Mars Force. So 5 is the number of change, right? War does not determine who was right, only who was left. And that's by Bertrand Russell. Do you have to be right? Are you going to war with this person? Like hearing all of these things, you're all amped up, you're hyped, you're ready, you're gonna reclaim yourself, and you're ready to go to war. And what are you going to war for? Is it to show that you're right? Do you have to be right? Do you need to be understood? Or do you really need to acknowledge that you have to understand yourself? What is causing you to continue to participate in things that continue to hurt you? And maybe this sudden desire to go to war with someone outside of ourselves is really a call for you to begin recognizing you have a war happening within you, and maybe that war should be stopped already. Maybe you should call an end to that internal war. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe. Or maybe it's a need for you to recognize, I need to fight for this. I need to allow myself to really say something, to give this relationship, and it could be romantic or platonic, but to really give this relationship a fighting chance to go further. But again, all of this requires communication on your end. Okay, you can't just kind of shut down and hide in your shell. So this this card has to do with the Emperor, And it's about competition. It's about rushing. It's about defending what is worth defending. So these are things you have to determine for yourself, though. Okay. Is it about defending the relationship, or is it about defending yourself? What is it about? No one knows but you. Okay. So your card, the next card is card number 43, lunar eclipse and change. You're going through cycles. You're going through different phases, just like the moon goes through. And the moon is yin energy. Lunar energy is yin. It has to do with shadow work. With the blue moon that just happened, you've generated quite a bit of charge to bring to fruition the very things you are wanting to manifest. So do you actually want a truly healthy relationship, whether that be romantic or platonic, is irrelevant? Do you want a truly healthy relationship? Because if you do, you now have the charge to bring that into being. But in order to do that, you have to take action. And for the most part, what I'm being told and what I feel is that the most efficient way to bring this into being is by communicating. That's what this whole reading has been really about, encouraging you to begin communicating. Now, Cancer, I want you to ask a question in your head. Ask your higher self a question in your head about whatever circumstance is weighing most heavily on you. And we are going to give you that answer, okay? And of course, this is not going to resonate for everyone. So you'll have to decide if it resonates for you. I'm almost ready. Ask that question in your head. And here is your answer. Okay, here's your answer, okay? Unlikely. Whatever it is you're asking, the answer is unlikely. And this is the sign. So whatever it is you asked, it's unlikely. And this is the sign. And you are protected. People are so afraid of the pentacle. The pentacle is a symbol of protection. It's time for us to really recognize what the pentacle is about. If you're thinking, oh my God, she's a devil worshiper. No, boo-boo. That's not the pentacle. This is the pentacle. This is a satanic symbol. Okay? This is the Baphomet symbol, which is tied to Satanism. This is not Satanism. It's time for us to recognize the difference, okay? So this is a symbol of protection. And if you look, there are flowers. It's going to help you to bloom. It's going to help you to blossom. And on top of that, look at the hands. It supports you. It holds you up into the light. You have nothing to fear, Cancer. Nothing at all, okay? Nothing at all. So you have to sit with yourself for a little bit. Come to terms with whatever answers you've been given. They're very heavy questions that you guys have asked, okay? Very, very heavy questions you guys have asked. You've been given a very serious answer. This is from your higher self. I have nothing to do with it. Don't blame me for that. So now I'm going to give you guys the poetry from your higher selves. This is a message from your higher self. And I love these cards. Sometimes the messages from soul are very difficult to digest because it's just difficult to digest. It really is. But when the messages come from this particular deck, it's done in such a beautiful and compassionate way. It's hard to not take that message in. So that's why I always love to end the reading with this deck. All right, here we go. Here's your card. Oh, Cancer. Card number 17, the human gift. See, there you go again, putting yourself in your shell, trying to separate yourself. You are part of the greater whole that deserves love. You so generously give love, and in order to live, exist in a centered state, there must be balance. And the balance is only created when you allow yourself to receive as much as you so generously give. Okay, Cancer? You are a gift. You are the human gift. So let's see your post. Card number 17. And look up angel number 17. Google that. And I'm pretty sure you'll have another message from soul. Oh heart, what is your excuse for all these blunders? Such loyalty is offered by the beloved, yet so much treason comes from you. Such kindness is offered by the beloved, yet so much defiance and resistance comes from you. Such grace is offered by the beloved, yet so much fault and failure comes from you. Such attraction is offered by the beloved with sweetness and generosity, yet such jealousy comes from you with so much doubt and suspicion. Do you bemoan your lack of faith? Do you berate yourself because you have moments where you cannot bring yourself to trust and love more than you trust in your fear? Do you lament and worry that you could or should be living in greater surrender? And yet, when is light more precious than when it arises from darkness? When is trust more admirable than when it involves an uncertain yet bold leap of faith? O human angel, your path is perfection in the divine sense, not in some artificial absence of struggle, but in the wrestling of darkness and light that ignites the fire within your holy heart. So rise up now from your doubts and admonitions, and let your human self be loved. Even for all the doubt, you are still a cherished one of the great beloved and always shall be. Be kind to your heart. You may believe it to be weary from doubt and distrust, so much heartbreak and so many agonies, yet it still beats. Still it persists with unquestioning allegiance to life. What a grand heart it is, this sacred heart of yours. How can it be worthy of anything other than tenderness, gratitude, acknowledgement, and appreciation? Do not plague your heart with falsehoods and expectations of some disembodied perfection. The perfection of your heart is that it still loves, even if you try to stop it with some notion of self-protection from future hurt through doubt or fear. Still it loves. It is perfection that it hopes even after despair, that it holds compassion even after experiences of fear. So then what is there left to do but breathe the grandest sigh of relief and allow yourself the essential luxury of peace within? So then everything is all right, even if at some moments it seems not to be. Still your heart beats in honor of life. The heart can be nurtured and coaxed into gentle acceptance of all that is, and the divine sight will become available to you. For now, take comfort in this oracle. Just for a moment, let your heart be honored and loved by you, and imagine that you can crack open a window in the dustiest chamber of your own heart temple to let the light of the divine stream in. You may see the angel reaching to assist you. You may receive the gift of understanding, insight, and revelation. You may feel peace, or you may finally allow your heart to break once more, to shed those old grievances and be free and fresh to live and love again. Or you may quietly realize you are human. You are light and dark of heaven and earth. What a perfect blend you are of all that can possibly be. You are extraordinary, living divine experiment in the making, and you are sacred, cherished, and loved by the great beloved. So do not let it go. No. So do not fear your fear, but do doubt your doubt with compassion. Let it be and let it go. You are human after all, and your journey is beyond description. This oracle comes with special guidance for you. You are, or soon will be, seeing with greater clarity and insight a situation that has been obscured to you in the past. You may be startled by what you perceive, so much so that you second guess yourself or chalk it up to wild imagination on your part. You are asked to trust in your perceptions that when they come from the heart, although what you perceive may be darkness, there will be no judgment in it. So, it just kind of circles back around because that's what we said in the beginning of your reading. You have to trust yourself. You have to stop trying to find excuses for behaviors that are hurting you. And sometimes one of the hardest things to do is to recognize it's actually you that's hurting yourself, not someone else. That someone else's behavior is nothing more than an outward reflection of an internal circumstance. Cancer, I want to hug you because this is just, it's painful to see how painful it is for you, but I do know it grows you. I do know it's more than just that cliche, it'll grow you. Like, this is something really profound that you're experiencing and that you've been experiencing. And at some point, you're going to be choosing, not forced on you, but you will be choosing whether you're going to continue or finally graduate from this lesson and move on to something else. And only you know when that will be for you. Okay, Cancer? So if this reading resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up. Share it out. Share it out and definitely comment. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and join me every time I come live. I'm going to be doing Scorpio next. So if you have Scorpio in your chart or you're a cross watcher, please do come back and join me in a minute or two. Bye, guys.